Week 26, day 1. Jackie Robinson said, if you live your life and you don't make a positive impact on one person, you've wasted your life. You don't realize what a role model you are. You are a role model for someone. And we all seem to believe that the role models are the NFL players, the NBA players, the movie stars, or whoever it might be. But in most cases, the role models are someone your same age, someone that you look up to and you model yourself after. And that makes a difference. Who is it that you're positively impacting? And if unfortunately you say no one, scary, real scary. I would hate to think of, after coaching 42 years, that I was not a positive impact on someone. Now, I do believe, and I think, honest enough with myself to know that I was a negative impact on some of those players that I coached and some of the teachers I was around and some of the coaches I worked with. But hopefully, this curriculum and the things that we did in it made a difference, a positive difference in some lives. Patience is what we're role modeling this week. We're developing the character quality of patience. Patience is persevering, constant, capable of calmly awaiting an outcome, not hasty or impulsive. Zig Ziglar used to tell me all the time, don't ever make a decision until you have to. I've lived by that. I think that's one of the best things that he ever taught me. You don't need to, if you don't need to make a decision, don't. Don't make a decision until you have to, because all decisions affect someone one way or the other. Don't make a choice until you have to, because every choice has a consequence with it, whether it's good or bad. The quote in patience is power. Patience is not an absence of action, rather it is timing. It waits on the right time to act for the right principle and in the right way. That's power. What it really demonstrates, what you're really modeling, is self-control. When you're patient, you have control of yourself. When you're an impatient person, what you really have lost is self-control. You don't control yourself. You go off on emotional binges instead of being patient and waiting the right time and the right way and the right thing. You just go off usually in the wrong direction. Monday, so we're writing goals this week. Now I want to touch on some things about writing goals, and I hope it's you. There's a pamphlet, actually there's an entire book by Robert Hummel written in the 1960s, and it was adapted by many of the businesses of the 1960s. And the name of the book was The Tyranny of the Urgent. And what he discusses in there is that you have to separate the urgent things from the important things. And it was the first time that I had ever read that if the phone rings, you don't have to answer it. Just because the phone rings doesn't mean you have to answer it. Just because you get a text message doesn't mean you have to send it back. He had 7 things that you need to do as far as setting and accomplishing goals. Number 1 is to know what it is that you want to achieve. When you write a goal down, know what it is. Have a picture in your mind of exactly what it is. And he was one of the first to use the SMART, the analogy or anagram of SMART. S being specific, M being a makeable goal, A being attainable, R being relevant, and T, having a time to do it. SMART. So when you do your goals, just think about the anagram SMART. Is it specific? Can you measure it? Don't write down, one of the things that drove me crazy, don't write down you're going to hustle today. That's a given. Don't, you're going to try hard. It's not measurable. Nobody knows what trying hard for you is. I'm going to do my best. Don't write that down. Something that's measurable. I'm going to do 9 push-ups today. I'm going to jog a mile in 11 minutes and 13 seconds. That's specific, measurable. And you have to write something that's attainable. For me to write down I'm going to run a mile in 7 minutes is ridiculous. I'm not going to ever again run a mile. I never could have, but I never will for sure at this age and this physical condition run a mile in 7 minutes. So it's not attainable. Don't write down something that's not attainable. Write down something that's relevant. And this is where in Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, he said it has to give you goosebumps. And I think that's true. It really has to give you goosebumps, or I doubt real seriously that you're going to do it. And then you got to put a date on it. I'm going to make my bed every morning. I'm going to make my bed for 21 days in a row so that I make it a habit. I'm going to jog every morning for 21 days. I'm going to get up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning for 21 days. Have a date on it. Number 2, you've got to prioritize your goals. Now, this is not in your book, so you're going to have to write these down. I wrote them down on page 140, on the back of page 141. And you put the important things versus the urgent. Now, important is family. How much time are you going to spend with your family? Remember that sand in the glass and the golf balls in the glass? You got to prioritize those goals. Spending time with your family is important. It is not, it is important. So your urgent things of watching a TV show or on the cell phone, those may be urgent, but what's important is your family and your body, getting in shape, staying in shape. Number 3, schedule a work time. This is what we talked about last week in being organized. Write down exactly when you're going to do it. Put a timeline on it and give yourself enough time to get it done. Warren Buffett says, you can't let other people set your agenda in life. Warren Buffett's one of the wealthiest men in the world. You can't let other people set your agenda. How do other people set your agenda? When they call you on the phone, they're taking time. When they text you and they expect you to text back, that's time. Don't let them set your agenda. You set your agenda. Number 4, remove the obstacles. Before you ever begin, write down what it is you're going to have to overcome. If I want to lose 13 pounds, then I've got to, the obstacle that is going to keep me from losing weight is soft drinks, potato chips, ice cream. It's bad food. It's fat food. That's what's going to keep me from losing weight. And I've got to remove those obstacles so that I'm not tempted by them. Number 5, I'm sorry there. Get comfortable saying no. Oh, that's got to be one of the toughest ones. Get comfortable saying no. Hey, Dennis, let's go to the movies. No, can't. I've got to get this paper done. Hey, let's chill. No, I can't. I want to come over for a while. Well, can you make it wait until 9 o'clock because I've got to get this homework done? Get used to saying no to the irrelevant things. Number 6, there are tools out there that make a difference. They're in the information age that we live in. There's a Todoist, Trello, toggle. There's all kinds of things that you can, apps on your phone that you can make schedules with. Use them. Number 7, it costs something to do. In order to set and accomplish your goals, realize there is a cost involved. It is not what do you want out of life. It is not what you want this week. It's what is it that you're willing to settle for? What is it you're willing to give up in order to get these things done? You've got to write 3 goals. Put those 7 guidelines with those 3 goals and see if you're willing to pay the price to get there. See you tomorrow.